Hi, my name is Junior. I'm the Sales and Accounts Director here at FitLinks, and today I'll be briefly walking you through the evolution of sales, well, from my perspective anyway, and seeing how that correlates with any industry trends. So to give you some context, I've had the pleasure of being in the health and fitness sector now for roughly 10, 11 years, and progressing from sales advisor to sales manager, sales and accounts manager, up through to corporate account manager, all in highly pressurized, target-driven environments. Essentially, that's the nature of the business. Difference being that the traditional methods we were taught back in my day, in my opinion, have little to no effect on today's consumer, and actually go further in turning them away or turning them off your product if you're continuing to use those traditional selling techniques of old. So going back, we were taught quite aggressive direct sales techniques, but this often resulted in the consumer or prospect being felt like they were pressured into purchase. But those of you familiar with the industry, I'm sure will remember phrases such as ABC always be closing, no one leaves today without joining, closeout is king. These were just common phrases back in my day. But the main difference is that today's consumer is much better informed and has many more options and choices. So therefore, by default, we would require a new sales technique or new method of selling to fit in line with the new consumer. And we can go on for hours over the intricacies of the evolution of sales. But for purpose of this video, it can be simplified. So I hope we can all agree that the old methods are dead and buried. Well, at least I hope they are. And by that I mean the wheeler dealer, high pressured, guilt tripping, say what needs to be said sort of approach to get the sale. And let's just relate this to the prospect joining your gym scenario. Even if you do manage to get that sale, that new member is very unlikely to be happy, engaged, regular member of your gym. And in the highest bracket for cancellations, etc., etc. So there are many solutions, but we will focus on the few that have served me best in the past. And they are, firstly, to upskill your sales team. Product knowledge is paramount. I cannot express how important that is. And especially for a more informed consumer, your consultant advisor would have to be able to be confidently and competently able to convey the USPs of your product to the new consumer, to your prospect. And unless you can successfully relate their needs to your product, you won't be able to do that. Nextly would be to ascertain their needs. Find the true trigger or hotspot. This essentially is the only way to correctly apply any urgency when it comes to the close. And lastly would be to be consultative. No one likes to be sold to. I think that's just a fact. No one likes to be sold to, and we buy from people that we trust. So best way to gain someone's trust is to firstly be genuine and believe in your product. And during your rapport building stages, you should be gaining all of the information you need, ascertaining their needs, to essentially matching their needs with your product or products, and then guiding them to an informed decision. So to summarize, I believe that the methods have gone from direct hard sales to a more consultative approach, and will do even more in the future. And if your sales team, sales forces, advisors are using this principle, I'm sure your sales targets will see the benefit. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, cheers.